welcome back. This is episode 3 of the Cancer Truth Tube series, and today I wanted to handle a couple of questions that may have come up for you off the back of episode 2. And you might recall in episode 2 we talked about how to approach cancer in a way that achieved true health, in a way that achieved lifetime solutions and healing. And we said that in order to achieve these kind of results, we had to address the cause. And we also said that the tumour is only the symptom, and therefore tumour-based approaches can never yield these lifetime solutions that we're after. Now, what may have come up for you having heard that is, if this is true and intuitively it makes sense, then why do some people, having had surgery, chemo and radiation, go on to live long and happy lives? Well, we're delighted when that happens, but here's the thing. I think it's fair to say that anybody who's had cancer, for them it is a life-changing event. It literally turns their life upside down, and hand in hand with this, there's this proverbial wake-up call. And so what we so often see is a change in diet. People often change the whole way that they're living because they see how valuable life is, and they cut down their stress levels, and sometimes they change their entire career, their purpose for living. And yet, here's the thing, these changes are the changes that are addressing the causes. These are the changes that address the reasons why cancer happened in the first place. And it is these changes that are responsible for the lifetime healing, the real solutions to cancer. And so these changes should be given the credit for the healing, and not the surgery, chemo, radiation that were always just focused on the symptom, the tumour. The other thing that also needs to be taken into account is very often it's people's steadfast belief in the treatment, in whether it's chemo, surgery or radiation, that belief that was the real reason for their healing. We know how powerful belief is, and if you believe just about anything, you can make it so. And so it is the belief very often that gets people through, in spite of these really very harrowing treatments that are very toxic and we know very immunosuppressive. Now, the other question that often arises after hearing about this cause-based approach is, well, do we need to address the cause and the symptom? And the short answer is no. If we address the cause completely and totally, and I always recommend doing that together with a professional in helping you to identify the cause or causes in you as a unique individual. And when you do that, just by virtue of the law of cause and effect, by treating and reversing the cause, the symptom, in this case the tumour, will spontaneously regress and disappear. And so what is happening is, by addressing the cause, the tumour is being disintegrated by your immune system and is ultimately eliminated from the body by your immune system. And so it is not necessary to address the symptom as well, cut it out, treat it with chemo and radiation, if you address the cause wholeheartedly. And so I hope that answers that question, if it was at the forefront of your mind. And to finish off today's episode, I'd just like to leave you with one of my favorite quotes, which was brought to us by T.C. Fry. And it's a very simple statement, and yet it is very powerful. And this is what he said: "You cannot poison your body into health with drugs, chemotherapy and radiation. Health can only be achieved by healthful living." So with those words, I'm going to leave you for today, and I look forward to connecting with you again in the next episode.